Hey, thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tap. Glad you made it today. Wanted to just give you a little update on some information coming out of the VA from the Office of Public and Intergovernmental Affairs for the VA. So the VA obviously does all kinds of things with regard to veterans, not just claims for service-connected compensation, but other things. So with that, I wanted to dive into this real quick and just share some information. VA housed more than 40,000 homeless veterans in 2022. So that is the headline, and just wanted to kind of read through it and digest it a little bit. So during 2022, the Department of Veterans Affairs permanently housed 40,401 homeless veterans throughout the nation, providing them with safe, stable homes that they deserve. This exceeded the department's goal to house 38,000 veterans by 2022 by 6.3%. Nationally, the total number of veterans experiencing homelessness has decreased by 11% since January 2020. In total, the estimated number of veterans experiencing homelessness in America has declined by 55.3% since 2010. The success is as a result of VA efforts to reach out to every veteran experiencing homelessness, understand their unique needs, and address them. These efforts are grounded in the evidence-based housing first approach, which prioritizes getting a veteran into housing, then provides the veteran with the wraparound support that they need to stay housed, including healthcare, job training, legal and education assistance, and more. So, when it comes to housing homeless veterans, the VA isn't typically, the boots on the ground making it happen. They have grant funding that goes out. That grant funding is then received by typically a nonprofit organization that assists homeless veterans. And in that assistance, they get the veteran housed. Then they report those numbers back to the VA. This is happening, sporadically throughout every state. And then it all kind of rounds up and bubbles into the VA's ecosystem, where they are then able to, tally it all up and tout the numbers. So let's see. Here's a quote here. There are thousands of formerly homeless veterans who are going to sleep tonight in a good, safe, stable home, and there's nothing more important than that, said the VA secretary. This is great progress, but it's just the beginning. We at VA will not rest until the phrase homeless veteran is a thing of the past. So basically just doubling down on their commitment to assisting homeless veterans and maybe making the claim process a little quicker for homeless would be good. Ending veteran homelessness is at the top priority of the VA and the Biden-Harris administration. And really, it's at the top of every administration, to be fair. Earlier this year, the U.S. Council on Homelessness released the Federal Strategic Plan to Prevent and End Homelessness, which has set forth the administration's ambitious goal to reduce all homelessness around 25% by 2025. Kind of fast forward through this. Throughout 2022, VA staff helped veterans find permanent housing, such as apartments and houses that veterans could not rent or own, often with subsidy to help make the housing affordable. Okay, many people are not aware, many people are not veterans, are not aware that there is an allowance, a subsidy, for housing for low and no income, really, veterans. If you're below the poverty level for your specific geographic area, you could potentially qualify for what they call HUD-VASH. It's HUD, the Housing and Urban Development, dash VASH, right? VASH. HUD-VASH is essentially Section 8. So a lot of us know what Section 8 housing is, and it's essentially a grant that picks up the difference for a renter. So, for example, the rent for the house or whatever it is $1,500. So now you have $1,500 rent payment, but you, based on the math, can only afford $600. So HUD-VASH would pick up the $900 that's remaining. And that's basically how that works. So for those that don't know. So, and that program is ran. There are VA workers that are working that program. Here it says VA staff also helped some veterans end their homelessness by reuniting them with their family and friends. So getting a roof over their head, whether it's in a strange spouse, right, and then they got back together and now they're under the same roof, or whatever the case is. So they're counting a roof as a roof. VA also continues to focus on combating veteran homelessness in the greater Los Angeles area. During 2022, VA provided 1,301 permanent housing placements to formerly homeless veterans in LA, the most of any city in America. So with that, we'll go ahead and conclude it here. I just wanted to get the information out there, kind of keep everybody up to speed with the information that's coming out of the VA. And it's just, it's good to know. It's better to know what's going on in our world than not know. So with that, we'll go ahead and conclude it there. Thanks again. I appreciate you. And remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.